Joe.
Robert Williams, stats for tonight?
He's in.
He's in. Regular minutes.
Whatever we gotta do to win.
Joe, what was your process like when you were, assuming you did it and didn't pass it on to your guys voting for the All-Star reserves? What kind of things do you take into consideration? And what did you look at when you're doing that?
How well they played against us, how well they're, playing throughout the year. I like to look at their numbers, efficiency, just kind of take the emotion out of it and just look at like the basketball player.
Is that ever, like, you hear about coaches like who don't even want to do it? Like, do you?
I'm on the borderline of not wanting to do it. It's kind of like, but I did it. Yeah. It's a tough one.
You want to tell us anyone you chose?
No.
Any other questions?
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Joe, for the long stretch of the season, you were not calling timeouts. Now you're using timeouts more frequently. What's led to your change of thought, without revealing too much?
So you forgot about the Miami one where we didn't call one.
No, I didn't forget.
It's a short-term memory here. I like it. No, I just think, as the season goes on, you're looking to learn, and, as a team, you have to do different things. And so at the beginning of the year, I felt like we needed a mindset of organization, of understanding what's going on. And I still think in some of those moments that's necessary, but I think, the game presents itself opportunities to where you kind of need those. I think I called one, like for example, called one at a minute 15 in overtime just to get a lineup back in because we were winning, and if we can get a basket, it'd be a 2-possession game with a minute left in overtime. So just looking for different situations like that you can try and take advantage of, knowing where our team is at, from a mental standpoint.
Hey Joe, All-Star break in a couple weeks. What do you want to see out of the team kind of build momentum into that break over the next couple weeks of games?
Yeah, I think just continue to do what we've been doing. I think our guys have done a great job of consistently, doing what we're doing on both ends of the floor, and so it's important to remain that. The effort's got to stay there, physicality's got to stay there, and then, there's always a few areas on both sides of the ball where you can get better. And so yesterday in practice, we were able to highlight one area on each side of the ball that's important to us, and we got to continue that.
Joe, do you read, or have you paid attention to the last 2 minute reports?
Oh, every single one.
You read them?
I listened to someone else read them to me.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I don't mean to interrupt. What is the process of that? You sit there and just have somebody read off each call, like correct, incorrect, or go?
Yeah, we'll go through them. Yeah.
Okay. When it does it upset you? What do you come away with when you read it and there's incorrect calls for you, against you, like Saturday night, for example? What do you come away with when you read the 2 minute reports?
That's just how the world works. It's just sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. I'm, interested in believing balance and duality, and it's just they're going to go your way sometimes. Sometimes they're not going to go your way. It's easy to accept it when it goes your way, and it's harder to accept when it doesn't. But I get it.
And also, when does a slump become more of a trend? When a guy is slumping, how long do you kind of let him get out of it before you start to say, okay, I'm going to give minutes to someone else? How long does that kind of last?
I think it's twofold. I think it's one, understanding what the person who's going through a slump, what their process is on a daily basis, what their work ethic towards. And then I think it's just kind of where your team is at as well. I think that plays a part into it. And so if your team is in dire need of what that person brings to the table, then it's important that we, get that out of them. And if it's situations where, someone else is bringing something, to the table that's giving us a different look, and then you're just trying to manage that. And so no one's going to play perfect the entire time. It's all about what each person's process is, and then where our team is at and kind of what it needs in that particular moment.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.